All right, hey guys, Muhammad J Roll. J Roll, is that Jelly Roll? Wonka, badass. How you doing, man? We got an interesting lineup here. Markets seem to be relatively stable today. Markets have a way of spinning news positively, right? Because markets always want to go up. Better for business. So we get a hot CPI and market goes up anyway, right? They find a way to spin it. Oh, right, it's not as bad, right? This is, remember, markets always and forever want to go up. So when bad news becomes good news, we're going up. All right, so you guys hear me all right here? I'll have to get the disclaimer off in a second. It says technically we're not, is it 11:30? Oh, yeah, I guess it is. 20 seconds past. All right, guys. It's mic volume is all right here. There's John Howard. When does Bitcoin go to 100K? That is the question, right? Well, we're not doing shit until the U.S. government gets out of it, right? Or gets clarity or something. They are doing everything they can to hold crypto down. I mean, it's like it's really remarkable, right? But it's for our protection. But we're not going anywhere until we get clarity. Nowhere. Until those ETFs come, we're just going to go sideways, chop shit here, right? So you're parking your money here, sadly. Oh, that's good, right? Sometimes I played one back the other day, and I was like, oh, my God, the mic was way too hot. Check. Yeah, that's going right into the red there. So what we got? 14 in the ES1 and an NQ. Right. Again, market needs a reason to go down. It does not need a reason to go up. Although today, right, all into traditionals, right? I know so many of you guys are crypto traders, but we have a massive options expiration coming tomorrow. So what drives the market on days like this, but especially since we're in between, it's a rollover week. Whoa, my God, the manipulation is brutal, right? And it's not, manipulation, right? It sounds like somebody's there. It's not. It's just the algorithms. This is what they do. So we have all of this options expiration on the 15th. Next week should be actually quite good. I'm going to free up the market because all of this DEX gets released. Sometimes I'm not sure if you guys follow what I mean by that. Okay, let's try and get. I try and get 20, and then we start it here. So let's go. What do we got here? We'll give it another minute or two. SMC easy, haha. Yeah. S easy HH. Is that haha or higher high? I'm not sure. All right, first up here, I've got. Let me get to my lineup here. I've got John Howard. I love that. John Howard. Hey, John Howard, I wasn't sure if you wanted me to. I can't do a lot with that outside of log, but it looks like you wanted me to tee that up in log. Or, I mean, in arithmetic. If you can hear me, John. John Howard. Kind of funny. All right, what we got? They're almost there. Let's give it another 60 seconds. And we'll get rolling here. John Howard. Wait, let's see. Are you going to DM me? I can't tell if you posted it in arithmetic, but I can't really. I'll start with it as you posted it. Because I think you want all these angles is what I think you're after here. All right, what we got? Let's see. 33. I'll give him another minute. Good lineup here. I got Pizza Man, Wonka, RR. What's that? I'm curious what you're doing on Nike. I've been looking at that. Oh, God, this is the weirdest thing. It abbreviates. I don't know what's going on with Discord. Where I only get the first letter. So there's Vigilante Trader Pro. That's Pro 407. All right, it's a good lineup, right? We should be able to get through this pretty quickly. I might even have time to take some requests if anybody has something they're particularly interested in. All right. Oh, there's 21. Okay, so let's go ahead. Let me get this disclaim. We have been disclaimed. All right. Hi, guys. I know I'm always looking up. I wish you could see my layout as to why I have to push this here, because this is such a huge monitor. I can't put I have to put the camera on the side. So, I guess. All right. So so you're not looking at my neck again. So let me get this over here. All right. So first up. All right, John Howard, this trend line shows proper only log. Okay, that's what I thought, right? I can't do much with this out of log, right? Okay, there we go. All right, so you might as well be looking at a chart of Bitcoin, right? I mean, oh, what do you got here? This is total market cap. I mean, it is a chart of Bitcoin, right? Really. I mean, some people tell you Bitcoin is crypto. What's happening in crypto is just this. It's kind of it's the double-edged sword, right? The public, just the sentiment is just like nobody gives a shit anymore. It's like, oh my God, so 2020, don't talk to me about crypto. And what's happening is slowly behind the scenes, right? All that development work is happening. There's going to be an explosion here at some point. But not until we get this U.S. government out of it, right? And the only way they get out of it is they got to clarify the regulatory framework. And when these ETFs come, did you see Franklin Templeton just submitted an? Okay, I'll look at weekly. Okay, Franklin Templeton just put in an ETF application. That could there be a more conservative, traditional fund manager than Franklin Templeton, and they're putting in a Bitcoin ETF. Holy shit! I mean, these are massive companies, right? And they got to have a Bitcoin for everything that they're selling, right? So the potential here, while everybody is losing interest in crypto, right? And I mean, it is pervasive, right? We have record low trading volume, right? Never seen it this low. So people are like, so 2020. Well, behind the scenes, right? That's when accumulation is happening. Right now, I could be totally fucking wrong, right? The whole thing could collapse. But I'm willing to take that risk, right? So, I mean, that's at the end of the day, that's all we're doing. It's a calculated risk, right? You're going to put your money at risk here. I think this is a great time to be accumulating, right? Just every week, right? A little more. Spot, not with leverage, right? We all want leverage because we all want it now. What a great time to be accumulating when everybody else has completely lost interest in it. Right, that's when everybody's all fired up, right? That's when you miss the ride. So, in my view only, right, this is a great time to be accumulating. Okay, so total market cap. So, what are you telling me, John? Seems weird to call you John. You want me to look at this look at weekly in arithmetic. Okay, so there's weekly in arithmetic. Let me get out of that. Okay, so all right, it's a trend line, right? It's a nice looking upsloping trend line. Right? So that's worth a look. All right, now I take the price action approach to trend lines in that a break of a trend line is not a shorting signal, right? What's happening there. So, right, price action traders, right? This all comes from Al Brooks. So what's happening underneath that trend line? Oh, we do it here, right? Do you think this? Oh, fuck me, God! I mean, it's like 100%. I never get it. Well, underneath that trend line, you think maybe some liquidity is building up? Because right. So well, I shouldn't say it that way. Anyone can do that, right? Oh, look at this trend line here, right? So so what is the amateur? Well, I shouldn't say it that way either, right? So many traders will look at this. Oh, break of the trend line. Oh, time to sell it, right? 'Cause, oh, we broke the trend line. Well, fuck, it's going down, right? Well, all of this, right? You see what? Right. Remember, the algorithms. What they're looking for is liquidity, right? What's the purpose of the market? To facilitate trade. Right, and right now, right, it's price discovery. It's like, oh, your econ and supply and demand fundamentals, right? It's price discovery. What happens down here? Can we get that low? Can we get that low? Can we get that low? What if we break the trend line? That right? Because this is what retail is conditioned to think. Oh, breaking the trend line. Well, shit, time to sell it, right? What I would tell you, it's quite the opposite, right? Breaking the trend line, time to be looking for buys, right? Now, see, this is another thing, right? Do you think the public knows, right? You think they know that that's an algorithm? No, they don't. They don't. Period. So, okay, right. So we come down here, test the trend line here. Well, I see what I see there is a buying opportunity, not a selling opportunity. Now, I don't know that John Howard feels the same way. I think we have to go to his other work here to see it. So let's go to the. Let's go to the daily. Now here he wants, what do you want here? We want, oh fuck me, come on. Am I in? Oh, I'm in arithmetic, right? So here, right. So there's arithmetic. I mean, again, might as well be looking at a chart of Bitcoin. So we have this potential, right? This is the same count we've been looking at. Oh, for simplification, right? Are we doing something like this, right? To come down here in some sort of a wedge, right? Contracting diag right into the golden zone. Note here, now I haven't changed it from what I drew on the weekly, right? Look how that lines up. So I can tighten it up a bit there. Okay, so let me see, John Howard. Look at the 8 hour for detail. Okay, so we're coming here. I saw some of this, and I get this out of here. This is just, what it is frustrating, right? It's frustrating, right? You have to have patience here, and traders are notoriously impatient. Right? That's why we use systems and software and algorithms, right? Because we want to get the human element out of it. Right? It's hard to trade like a machine. Right? Because what's more emotional than money? I would tell you nothing. Right? Oh, love is more emotional than money. I'd take the other side of that one. All right. So what are we doing here? Right? So can this be a one? Oh, that's not a bad thought. WX. Oh shit, that's pretty sexy. Look at this. So he's doing WX, and then we're going to do getting a triangle in there. Fuck, here, I'll just go with it. I'm assuming you've done a little work there, or you had PK look at that as well. Or what are you doing there? Fuck. Are you doing? Well, okay, let's just go with it here. I won't try and dig your count out. So we're getting multiple counts here. He's giving us possibly. Well, here, let's do it this way so we can see it a little better. Okay, so possibly 1, 2, 3, big 4, which, that's actually not a bad thought, John Howard, in that we have this 2, right? So it balances out a little bit better, right? That we get a 2 here that's sideways, and then we get this very deep and sharp 4. Right. So which pivot, right? This is the dominant. This is secondary. That's right into the golden zone. All right. Here's our target down here. Is there a trade here? I think this is what you're waiting for, right? You got a little dip down here, but it doesn't look like it's done here, right? That would be. It would be difficult to reconcile how we could be done here, but shit, market has no obligation to finish in a nice diag, right? It could launch here for all we know, but it doesn't seem like we have the catalyst, right? So any retrace feels like retraces are being sold, and then we get another one, and then we get down here. Now we've got a technical level here. It might be just enough time to pass. Maybe we get some clarity. Maybe an ETF comes. I don't know. What is that putting us out here? October. Maybe. I don't think there's much of a... Well, we're looking at total market cap, right? So it's a proxy for Bitcoin. I don't think there's much to do here. Unless you're down on the 5-minute trading with leverage, right? There's always something to do down there, but that's a good way to, lose a lot of money, right? Unless you're really, really experienced with it. So let's see, John Howard, do I have anything else here? I got the daily. I got the 8. Am I missing anything? I do. Oh shit. Well, this is. Oh, we can't look at this as Bitcoin, right? But that area we get. So I'd put an alert down here, maybe halfway through, just to draw your attention to that. Okay. Thanks for that one, John Howard. George. You know the issue. So here, so there. Look, right. So if this is a 1 ABC golden zone, hard not to like it. Last time we got here, it's hard to see that, right? And you can't trade this. It's just coming shy of it. Get right on that pivot. But you know it's worth watching, right? So here's the whole ball of wax, right? Are we going to hold, right? I've been saying this for a while, right? This is all the market can ever do, and this is all we ever do. This is all we ever do. Is it going to hold? That's it, right? That's the essence of trading, right? It doesn't matter at every swing, right? That's the only question. Do we get a lower low, or do we hold and get a higher high? That is the essence of trading. That's all we ever do, right? Which one's going to hold? Which one breaks, right? That's it. That's all the market can do. That's all we ever do is evaluate, is it going to take the pivot? Right, and then the other thing that happens, right? We see a lot of, right? Just it'll sweep the low and then go. Because what's the algo trying to do? It's looking for liquidity. Where's the liquidity? Under the pivots. I'm not saying that makes it easier, but you have to understand that. Right? There's no easy money in the market, right? You've got to accept that is just, as soon as someone tells you, oh, look, join my mentorship and you'll be funded tomorrow and you'll make it's just such bullshit. They just want your money. It's not. There is no easy money in here. Now, there's lucky money, but there's no easy money. If you're in here trading on a regular basis, it takes discipline, patience. Right now, all of crypto's like, oh, fuck. Wake me when it starts to rally. Right? But by the time it starts to rally, right, all the good positioning, it's the reality of the market. That's never going to change, right? I mean, we can go to Warren Buffett, right? You buy when the people are bored or when there's blood in the streets, right? That's just the reality of it. Okay, let me keep moving here. So Pizza Man, boy, this is one of his faves, right? He gives us Pizza Man, very good trader. Let me see what he's got on Tilray. But I know this is one he posts a lot, so it must be one he trades. It's either something he has a big position in or he trades it a lot. Tilray. All right, what are you thinking here, Pizza Man? Okay, so we got. I think that's that's an Elliott oscillator, and we got RSI. It just got kind of hot. And what are we thinking here? So I'm gonna, just to make it easier to spot here, I just keep it in this gray white here. I'm just so used to it. Okay, so we're coming off of a candidate for a C low. Right, so I almost don't even need to go back, right? Because I can just see, right? We're always looking for a 5, right? If we're trying to finish, even if it's an ABC, right? It has to finish in a 5, right? Period, right? If you're applying Elliott, fives, right? We end in a 5, we start in a 5, right? If we can simplify it, let's simplify it, right? We know we have to, if you're applying Elliott Wave, finish it with a 5. It, right? We always finish in a 5. So there's the 5, right? So I can just look at that and go, okay, there's a 5. There's a 5. 5 down, 5 up. Did I get, I mean, boy, this is good work. Good job, Pizza Man. Okay, so we get a 5 up, and then what do I get as the correction? God, this stuff doesn't work anymore, man. It's all, you got to have market structure, and you got to do the silver bullet, and you get all that shit. Or the other one I just saw, the 3-point leg or something. It's just, oh my God, it's like such repackaged. I have to give the guy massive props. This is the most incredible marketing job I've ever seen. He's taken concepts that have been around for 45 years and given them names, repackaged them, and the guy's making $1 million a year. It's selling shit that's been around for 40 years. Amazing, right? But that's that's what the market wants, right? So why is he making all that money? Because the market wants it. The market wants to be told, oh, it's easy. Look, here's what you need if you want to apply SMC, the rectangle tool. That's all you need. Fair value gap, order block, breaker block, continuation block, right? That's it, right? Not to make light of it. I'm just saying it sure as fuck is not new. Okay, right. So we got a 1, we got a 3 to correct it. Now I got another 5, right? So look what we get here: 5 followed by 5 followed by 3 followed by 5. See, that's what the SMC trader who doesn't include a little Elliott wave, they don't get the. There's advantage here. We get an advantage over them because they're either not interested in learning it or they don't want to put the effort in to learn it. I'm not saying it's easy. Okay, so I got a 1, I got a 2. All right, so okay, this is pretty drop dead Elliott simple. All right, okay, so where are we looking for the 2? Now, did we get it? No, right? Did we get? Well, what can we see there? Right? Did they run some lows here? What's the whole? Right, I mean, the more you look for this, the more you see it. Right? It should be okay. Where's the liquidity? Right, that's the first. Okay, well, aside from okay, where's Waldo? Right, where's the algo? Where's Al? I should start calling it Al. Where's Al? Okay, here's Al. That doesn't look like anything happened here out on the daily, right? I've got no swing here, but this is the tell, right? Note here, right? The market is always talking to you, right? Why can't we get a new high here? Look, big bar, right? I mean, obviously there's liquidity up there. Why can't we get a new high here, right? The fact that we can't, right? I mean, that's probably when we can't get a new high when it's that close. You know, everybody who's long there is going, oh, they're going to sweep the high, sweep the high. The fact that they don't, telling, right? It's market weakness, right? Because that was when it's right here, it breaks that. Every breakout trader on the planet is thinking, oh, where's it going? It's break the high. Oh, Pizza Man, let's go down a little bit. Let's go to a 4 and see what we get here, right? So you might look at that and say, oh, why? Might have to go down a bit. Let's see if we can make sense of that, right? Could it be just bumping into the median line, right? We know that's just natural algo resistance, right? Algos use it. Above the Vegas wave. Looks like you've got a perfect fuck. This is actually quite good. Actually, I think you're good here. So we've got a 5-3-5, but it's as a flat. A little weird. Well, yeah, we do get it, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's your A. A, B, C. There's your B. PK, what do I do with a shit? Is PK on here? Is he on? It shouldn't do that, right? I've got a good. It should be 3-3-5, but I've got a 5-3-5. Well, fuck, it's just a sideways. I guess we'll call it a sideways zigzag. I'm assuming you guys see that. There's a 5 here. This wick here is after the fact, after this low. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. A, B, C. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sweep the low. Looks like just out of curiosity, right? Always. Right. How technical are we? Right, that's what we want to know. That's to the tick. Right. This is probably right. We spend so much time on retracement, right? But that APP, right? The alternate price. Oh well, that's what I call it. What is? Jesus, I can't remember what they call it. What do they call it in here? The what do they call it? I can't remember. The trend-based fib extension. I think that's a stupid name, right? It's alternate price projection, right? So we're taking this length projected from this swing for this swing. Do you that? I mean, assuming I'm on those to the tick, right? That's right to it. You haven't gotten far enough. You don't get a fair value gap here, but we got a big one right here. So potential resistance right there, right? So if we come up, well, but that wouldn't make sense, right? So what you'd be looking for, why would we pivot in here, right? We've got all this imbalance, right? Right? Are we doing that? Well, we're back to which high is breaking, right? That's all it ever is. That's all it ever is. Which high is breaking? Pardon me, which pivot is breaking? Right? We're gonna do that. It doesn't seem like we need to, right? It seems like you've got all the requirements here. I've got a perfect zigzag here. You can really see the zigzag. You can see this one better as well, right? Here's that pump wick, but it's after this low, which completes the 5. So I get an A, B, C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect, right? Sideways. So what's not to love here? Technically, Well, you're at a POC here, right? So that could just be. Well, here, this is a good example, right? Just something we talk about a lot, right? This is, I'm not the only one who teaches this, right? It's the low volume nodes, right? So we come down here. There's no business done here, right? We get so in this case, it's the ledge before we go into the big high volume node, right? So that's often where you'll see the pivot, right? Also, just a little front run on the golden zone, or excuse me, on the Vegas wave. Pretty good setup there. So Pizza Man, I think you're absolutely well. So look at that. We got a confluence here. So we got a pivot here. We didn't make it to 30, but okay, you wouldn't mind seeing this get on the other side. Let's pull these up a little bit. Right. So here's the Elliott oscillator. Right. So you see the nice divergence here. That's the advantage of the Elliott oscillator, right? It really never the first time. Right. Really shows you the divergence so clearly. Oh, how nice, right? So is this 1, 2, right? So right now you'd be thinking, oh, 1. Oh, actually, I bet we can get that. We can show that a little bit better. Yeah, here's a better look at it. Right, so if you're looking at this, right, here's where it's so, okay, really all you're looking for is the 3 and the 5, right? So sometimes the 1 is, okay, where is it here? But here's the 3. Here's the 3. Right, here's the 3. Look at the peak of the Elliott oscillator right here. As we put in this pivot high on the RSIs, we get hot. Now we come down. Now look at right, you get the clear divergence here for the 5th, right? That's Elliott trading 101. That is when it was, God, you guys, you probably wouldn't remember advanced get, again, Elliott trader. That was when I was, Jesus, we're going back to the 90s for that. I think they sold it years ago. Right, that was the big, oh my God, look at how clearly we can see the divergence, right? And the 4 always required that we got back to 0. So if this is a 1, 2, ooh, look at the nice here, right? So we get slightly lower here, but we get a little, it's technically not divergence here, but you've got a double bottom here, and then you get that little hook down there. Now, we just went on the other side of 0. That's at a 15 minutes, so go back to a 1. But what's not to like here? So what would be the threat here? That this is some sort of a complex correction? Or that we're not, fuck, I love it, right? I may jump on that after the webinar, right? There's no reason not to be long here. Look what, oh shit, that's all I know, that's a lot. Let me get this out of here so you can see that. He's got the same thing already on here. 1, 2, 1, 2, right? So, okay, just again, we're as basic as we can be. If we're going to get a 3, 4, 5 out of this, oh, Jesus. 4, 5. Let's take that up a degree so you can see it a little better. Okay, 1, 2. Well, this is the advantage. My view, right? This is Jesus Christ. I'm having trouble today. The advantage of Elliott, right? So I know if this larger degree 1, 2 is going to play, I have to get an impulse here, or this count is wrong, right? And you got to reconsider it, relabel it, whatever it may be. But this is a huge advantage to us as Elliott trade, right? Again, sometimes it's a disadvantage, right? When you're like, fuck, I can't see a count here, so what does that mean? I can't trade it? No, here I've got 5, 5, 3, 5, right? It's like playing perfect Elliott ball. So if this is going to complete this third, I have to have an impulse here. So I can trade on that premise and trade it until it fails. Right now, okay, 1, 2, I got to have 3. And it's going to be longer than 1. Is that not right? Now, if I'm applying market structure here, do I have some? Oh, okay. Well, I guess market structure here, I could use the equal highs here. But look how I can layer this. Oh, no, I probably preach into the choir here, because I would imagine nobody gets on any live stream of mine that's not interested in Elliott Wave. Okay, if this is the 1, the 2. Minimum target here on the higher degree in yellow for that 3 is here, right? That would be equal to 100% of this. Now, okay, right? I know you could say, oh, well, what about a contracting? But we have a 5, right? So we're not expecting a diag. Oh, God, there's always an exception, right? Oh, what about a 5, 3, 5, 3, 5 leading diag, right? It could be, right? It could be, right? But what's the probability? I've got a really good looking 1, 2. Why would you assume that's not going to go? Something in the fundamentals? We got here. Headlines. Got nothing there. where's the more probable location for that 3? Do I know it's going there? Of course not. No idea. But if it's going to get there, that's how it's going to get there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? At the higher degree. We'll probably have to pull this out a little bit. Not going to get there that fast. Well, could, right? But you wouldn't anticipate that. So if you're it's a mighty cheap stock, right? As well, right? I mean, I mean, I was about to say, well, you can put on an option spread here, but this stock is so inexpensive. You can damn near just buy the underlying stock, right? And that, see, once you buy the underlying and you have enough size, then you can use options on either side of it, right? You can hedge with options, right? As long as you have 100 shares, you can buy, again, depending on your budget. Why would you not take that trade? When I ask that, I'm not being facetious or a smart ass. I mean that. Why would you not take it? Well, the only reason you'd not take it is you've got something you like better. That's a perfect setup. Perfect. Great setup, Pizza Man. I hope you're in that, and I hope you're long and strong. I think you are, because you post it a lot, so it must be one that you trade regularly. Just a beautiful setup. 5, 5, 3, 5, 3. I can't make that shit up. All right, thanks for that one, Pizza Man. I don't think there's anything else to add there. Shit, how are we doing here? Oh, I'm going too fast. All right, we're going to be through these in a while. Hey, if anybody's watching who's not a member, which may not be many, but it looks like I have time for requests. Okay, let's go to Wonka's interpretation on... we're doing... Is this perpetual? I think you're doing perpetual Bitcoin. Copy link. I'm keeping this for myself because I'm going to trade that. Actually, so far, I've seen 2 that I like. But this looks great. I'm all over that. Okay, so, shit, I got to copy this. Litecoin? Okay. CN Salazar, did you give me one? That's okay. If you have a chart on it, CN, give me a Litecoin. And I'll see what you're thinking there, and we'll do that one as well, because I'm going to have time. Looks like I'm going to have time since I'm apparently going pretty fast. Okay, so you're giving me Bybit and Binance, right? So, and that's, welcome to crypto, right? So we get different prices here. What should I do here? Let's do Bybit first. Boy, this is good. Man, I'm so impressed with his work. Okay, so let's go, let's get this reset here. So he still has this. I mean, this is my secondary account, right? So I still have this. Oh, pardon me. No, this is my primary, right? So no, we're doing. So you've got. This is a little confusing the way you've done it, right? So it looks like. So why is this off? You would need. You got 1, 2, 1, 2. So this actually, you got the degrees backwards. So this would have to be here, and let's put that one in. Oh, fuck me. Come here. Let's put that one in green. And then this one... Why am I having a brain fart here? Okay, so this is 1, 2. Okay, so we're good here. So this... For some reason, that was throwing me off. Okay, we're good. All right, so this is my primary. So 1, 2, 3, triangle, 4, 5, right? So I'm glad to see that, right? Because last week he had 1, 2, 1, 2, and I think now he's thinking otherwise. Okay, so 1, all of this is the 1, A, B, C, A. That's good work, right? So it would be easy to look at this and think W, right? I mean, certainly it's a contender, right? A, B, C, W, right? But we get far enough here, so you can think. It almost doesn't matter, right? Shit. I mean, so what's the difference, right? So if this is WX, we're looking for a 3 here. If it's AB, we're looking for a 5 here. That's the difference. So, okay, AB, he's looking for a 5. So he's got a candidate here for this to finish. I think, we're kind of stuck with this liquidation wick here. Nobody wants to put the 3 here and truncate. Oh, he's locked it as well. So this is the major, right? So here's the play, right? That's what he's after, right there. So we'd have just a giant flat, right? This is why people are like, oh, fuck, wake me when it moves. right? We've just been in this range, 25 to 35 for fuck, right? We had the one decent pump, and that's April, all summer. Sideways, sideways. Right? People lose interest, right? What smart money I would propose to you sees the opportunity to accumulate. Okay, so ABC. So do you have? Yeah, you do, right? So here's all the length of the A projected from the B, right? So here's all the fib levels coming down. If it starts to break lower, you can certainly see. I mean, look at all the fair value gaps here. We've looked at this multiple times. My God, how many times have I've never done so many Bitcoin Fridays with so little to talk about, right? So there's all of this imbalance support down here. Right, imbalance, right? Okay, so how do we get there? Okay, so here's how he's got us getting there. 1, 2. Oh, where's my... I guess it's here. 3, 4, and then we're going to come down and we're going to get at this ending diag here is the way he's proposing that, and then we come out of there with a big ripper. Okay, so he is short here. Where did I have the same thing? So let's zoom in there a little bit. Okay, so here's the excuse me, here's the idea. Now, of course, we know Bitcoin loves the golden zone. So, but we've got a triple top here. So what is that? That is your... Oh shit! Is this your chart? Is that your? That's interesting color palette, right? So here's his. Why are you doing it that way? I'm gonna reset that. Just do I have a? Oh, maybe I don't. Right. So here's his stop. Here's his entry. That's Wonka has always been. He's been creative with his colors. Okay. So I've got a 1. I got a 2. It looks like he's short right here. Right, he's got a target down here for this 3, right? So coming into this, well, this target's right here, 1272 would be pretty good. So what did you get there? 3.6 to 1. So I'm going to pull this off to the side. So he's off the 50. Here's the move down. You know, I don't know if you guys know this indicator, but if you do, it took me a while to find this. This price line extended by I am the octopus, kind of handy. If I can get it. I thought I just added it. Did I not just add it? Not on the copy, am I? Weird. For some reason it doesn't want to show up. That's weird. Oh, there it is. Right. Okay. So right, it'll give you so you can see where the price is. I'm just so used to that from other platforms that I always want to see a line that shows me the price. Okay, so we coming. Oh, he's got that locked, right? So is this coming this way? Up for the. Well, he's got his stop on the other side of the golden zone here. Well, you need a 3, right? So if this is the start of it, right? As you see, he's got coming in for the 2. Depending on what his size here is, right? 3, 4, 5, right? Gets it done, right? So he's drawn it out for us. So that's not a bad thought at all. I mean, let's see if I've got it over here, right? Shit. Is it here? Yeah. Okay. So look at this. This is our BitGet. I know. The fucking measured move algo again. Really? Again? All right, so swing 50, swing golden zone, swing 50. All right, now that's on the 4-hour, right? So it's just one measured move after the next measured move after the next measured move. Here's the last one that he's trading off of right here. All right, so there's the 50 that he's short from, target's down here. Now, given that, right, so here's the, there's the algo right there in action, right? That's, you can see it, right? It's not like you go, oh man, you're full of shit. Right? Really? Really? This when I say they don't care if they get stopped out, right? It's because they'll get that many in a row, right? Again, I've seen many in a row, right? And these are all this, no shit, I mean, it's just nonstop, right? Oh, I think it was this one here, right? Golden zone, look, swing, golden zone, target, right? And this starts all over again, nonstop, right? So when people are like, oh, fuck this guy, right? Constantly this measure move, right? I'd be doing a disservice if I didn't point it out. Okay, back to Wonka's here. Okay, looks like we're good, right? So he's going to stay short, and hopefully he's got enough, there's enough cushion here that we don't have a big ripper off to the 75. He can stay with it, right? But my guess is he's probably light on the size here, right? Just in case. Right, so maybe, right? I don't know, Wonka, depending on your size here, I might average down. Average my price up, actually, in actual fact, right? To where I'd have an average fill between the 50 and the golden zone. I'd consider that, right? Because we know it loves the golden zone, right? So if it can push up here, look at the market going up. Oh, that's why that's fucking me up, because you do yours backwards to me, right? So I have down candles are gray. You do up candles are gray. So now this makes more sense to me, right? So here's up candles, here's down candles, right? So here's a great example, or I said the most important tool for the SMC trader, right? There's your big fair value gap. We come right into this big imbalance, right? We used to call them, way back before it was smart money, we called them breakaway gaps. But a fair value gap, oh, sounds sexier. Oh, fair value gap, what's that? Nice marketing. I got to give him credit. And then, okay, and then you say, oh, that's obvious. Of course it worked there. How about here? There it is. That's just all imbalance right here. So it's, I'm not saying there's not technical validity to market structure, right, or SMC or ICT or whatever you want to call it. I'm just saying it ain't new. Okay, so I think we got that there. Nice. Oh wait, you give me two charts. Okay, so hang on. So I've got this one over here. This was this at all. Oh, this is what are we doing here? Simple market structure. Oh, good. Right. So, right. Very nice. So here, the SMC guys, they call this a PDA, a premium discount array, right? And it's logical, right? And it makes it easy to understand. Okay. Again, right? This is, you want to apply SMC. That's pretty much all you need. Premium. I want to be a seller here. Discount. I want to be a buyer here. When I'm ranging of all times, right, to really execute this, we want to sell in the premium, right? It worked out pretty well here. Look at this, just a little toe, just far enough, and buy it down here. Now, what else, right? Can you do it this way? Well, the algo is going to do it that way. Right? It's just going to use high to high, or pardon me, swing low to swing high. That's a 24-hour. Let's go to a 4-hour here. Is it possible that what's happening here is oh no, I can't do that. That's yours. Right, that's interesting, right? We didn't sweep this low. Seems that couldn't be much closer, right? Look how close that is, right? You're going to leave that hanging? Seems unlikely, right? So look at all these. All of these get swept. Right now, we're going to leave this one hanging. About a hanging Chad. Same thing here, right? It just happens over and over and over again, right? You have to think. See, that's how the algos are written, right? So where's the liquidity, right? Where can it get the liquidity? Well, I got some here. Got some here. We're going to leave that. Got some here. Got some here, right? It's just. It's a liquidity-seeking algo, right? And then the ranges are tied to the measured move. So I don't know that there's much to do there, right? He's already in the trade, right? If you're in the trade, you want to go with the market structure, right? So the retrace here, the fair value gaps, we just looked at all that, right? So he's in the trade that's there. That doesn't mean it's a winner, but that's the trade that's there, right? And it fits with the Elliott count, right? Anticipating that we're going to go lower, right? I don't know if I'd look much. If you're going to take this, here's the target right here at the 618, and as he has it, right? He's not. Oh shit, he's not looking for more than that, right? He's looking for the lows. So this basic market structure, what else is there to add to that? Well, it's just for fun. What do I have over here? This is all his stuff. So let me get we can get PQR. Let's put Sonar on just for fun, see what they're looking like. I put it on there, didn't I? Yeah, I did. All right. Big fair value gap. A lot of slop chop. There's not much that's giving us that's beyond what we can see. Here's now in the 4 hour, the PDA is right here, right? Because that's one nice thing that they do. It'll mark it out for you, right? Here's the swing low. Here's the strong swing high, right? Because this is the high that's strong. This is the weak. Swing, retrace, right? Sweep the highs. Now, are we coming back up here to sweep those highs, right? If so, right, he's going to be nervous. But see, when you get the sweep like you got here, right, you don't want to see it sweep again, right? Then you're likely on the wrong side of it, right? And it keeps sweeping, right? And so remember, the whole premise of market structure is it's the opposite of breakout, right? It's no. If you get a break of structure or change of character, it's the retrace is the opportunity. It's not the breakout. That's I think the best thing about market structure is it forces you to think retrace and not breakout. I know there's breakout traders that are profitable, but I just have yet to meet one. Okay, thanks for both of those, Wonka. That's really nicely done, right? And a good use here, right? So here's the last high, right, at his degree that he gave it to me that did its job, right? Broke this low. Well, I don't think there's a lot to do here, right? I think Bitcoin, all of it is just either you're accumulating quietly, slowly, methodically, or you just wait until these ETFs come. All right. Oh, I'm curious to see what what's that is thinking here on Nike, because I was just looking at that because I've got a trade on myself. Okay, so warning, white screen coming. I should change that so that's too abrupt. Holy shit, that is hard on the eyes. I should change that. I think you can do that in Google. Make it a dark color. I'm sure you can. Okay. What do we got here? I got a daily on Nike. Okay. So, how should I say it? What's that? What's that? Okay, this looks nice. All right, this is some good work. Okay, so let me pull this back here so we can get a handle on this. So we got to come. Oh, I'm getting love there. Hello, baby, Satoshi McAfee. That's quite a handle right there. Oh, I'm getting some love. I love that. All I see is just love bubbles coming up. Okay, what a rip-roaring run. Okay, why do we have what's that? I'm not sure what you're doing here. If that's, are you just trying to show the, not sure what you're doing there. Is this, is that tied to a, I'm gonna undo that, right? Because I can follow you here. I'm assuming this is your wave. What is that? Is that on your wave 3? What is that? I'm not sure what you're doing there. Okay, all right. So all right, here's the premise is okay. I guess that's his wave 3. I guess so, right? So can't be though. We can't. Okay, I'm just gonna let that fly. All right, so let's come back here, and we got 5 down, followed by 5 up, followed by whoa. That's okay. That's creative. So he's gonna do a sharp combo here for the 2, right? So 1, 2, 3, 4. Give me a sec here. Let me. I can see these better if I just brighten it up a little bit. Okay, so. Okay, let's just play it out. Let's go with 1, 2. Oh, I don't know. What's that? Let's think about that, right? So, how are you going to get there? 1, 2, 3. I think. Now, I'm not saying that yours is inaccurate and mine is I'm just saying that as I look at it, I'd be hard pressed not to put the 4 there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I got a big extension here. I see what you're thinking, right? Your thinking is, oh, well, we can't be done there, so the 3 has to come down here. But then, how are you going to count that? Well, we do have a 5 here, right? So let's maybe you've got it here. Let's just look at it real quick, right? So there's 1, 2. Oh fuck. 1, 2. Yeah, we can do this. 3, 4, 5. All right, let's see if we can get this to fly. Let's just do a little more work on it. Let's go and let's put that in something we can see. Okay, so I got a 5 here, and I've got an internal 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I got a good impulse there. So from this pivot down, I've got something that completes here. So we'd have to do this. So goddamn. This is a tricky one. Okay, so how are we going to do this here? This is actually good. This is something that we all, as Elliotticians, run into, where you go, oh, fuck, man, that would have been perfect if I didn't have that overlap. So I can't go 3, 4 here and put. I can't do this, right? I can't do that. Right. Maybe we can do it here. Here. Shit. That's a tough one here. It might require some more work there. Maybe we go up a degree here. I can't put a 1 there. Well, if we push it back, I can't put a 1 there either. Right? So this is tricky. Right? This one, every now and then we have one of these. Oh, did we clear it? That's probably okay there. Boy, that's so good. I kind of want to put this. Hang on. All right, so that is lower. Oh, this is a bitch, right? So this is just reality of Elliott Wave, right? There are times where it's just the rules are so annoying, right? So we got a problem there. How else can we get out of this? This is a little bit of a problem up here. I want to put the 1 here because I can get a diag. Oh, fuck, that is a... I can get a diag there. 1, 2... 3. I need this as the 2, right? So I'm gonna have to allow for that, which I don't like to do. And the 2, that's brutal, right? This may, so every now and then I'm gonna get stuck on 1. That may require some more time. It makes me think this is complex, right? That it's not just a straight 5. That it's some sort of oh fuck. All right, that's going to have to get more. I don't want to get bogged down here. That's going to require more time. I will, as I'm prone to do here, so we don't get bogged down here, I'm going to have to work through that. That could take me 20 minutes, could take me an hour. I will post that under the video once I get it, rather than bore you all with it here as I struggle with it. Once we get it, I'll post it under the live stream in the links. I'll just put, you'll see it from me. All right, what's that? That's a toughie, right? So, okay, well, let's come off to the right here. This one, let's just say, okay, let's just flow with it right for right now. A 5. Well, okay, so we're going to, here, or are you truncating the Y here? A, B... I'm gonna beg to differ here. Well, okay. Sometimes we work against ourselves, right? We're so caught up in that. This looks like a triangle to me, right? That looks like a 5 to me. So it looks like I can get an A, B, C, D, E in here. So it looks like I can do something like this. D, D, E. All right, it's not ideal, but looks more like a triangle to me than that we're doing a sharp double here. I could, fuck, of course, right? Of course I could be wrong. So let's just consider an alternate. Alternate, right? It looks like he's got an alternate. All right, so he's looking at the. It's a tricky count, right? That's for sure, right? This is already just a clusterfuck. I'm going to get that, damn it. That makes me mad when I can't get it. Okay, so 5. Well, here's the alternate to stay with your theme. I could do it this way. W, X, A, B, C. Let's get it. All right, so I don't want to blow up your thought entirely. Okay, so we could do it that way. Looks like reasonable. A, B, C, triangle X, A, B, C, maybe a little bit lower, maybe, right? Maybe a little bit lower. Okay, so let's come here. Iffy, whiffy, wiki, right? It's not a close yet, right? I got to see a close to invalidate. It's not quite there yet. It's pretty, doesn't look great, right? Doesn't look like they're going to hold it. Oh, pardon me, we've already had a close outside, right? So that's, and we had a wick, here's wick, right? There's close, right? So we got to, I would abandon that. Or, right, you just put on, because it's so perfectly valid as a, oh, fuck, what do I got here? Oh, where are they? Where's platinum? Okay, so we're putting golden zone 707, 786, right, down to the 887, right? So you've got depth here that we could go lower, right? Now see, I think sometimes people think, oh, well, wait a second, oh, so it just didn't work out golden zone, so you just put deeper on. Not entirely. I mean, would it still be valid as a B here? Is really the question, right? So once we break the golden zone, we're losing the algo. Right, we lose the algo at this degree, right? So it's gone, right? It's broken. And just to clarify, that doesn't mean that they sell it here. It just means that they won't buy it again. Well, they don't care, right? If we do this, right, they'll buy it here, right? But they could just as easily sell it here. See, that's what makes this difficult, right? They could just as easily sell it here. Let me put the golden zone back on. Right, they could just as easily sell it here. Right, so you don't, that's the thing, right? We don't know which side wins here, but you'd have to give the advantage to bears here, right? Because we've broken the big one. So at this degree, here's a 4-hour, advantage bears. Because of that break, right? You lost the big dog, right? You lost the big muscle here. Now you can get it on a smaller degree, but the big one that moves this thing up to this kind of a level is now gone. Right, so this guy's broken. So now you'd have to be thinking, oh, a retrace back. Right, now remember, as we started, right, a break of the channel line is not necessarily, oh, time to buy, right? Because what's building on the other side of that trend line? Stops, right? Liquidity, right? So what's the purpose of that algo, right? It's looking for liquidity, right? So this is an obvious spot where, oh, right? So if I put on, oh, there's now a dozen or so of them, right? If I put on, oh shit! Sonar Labs has one, trendline TTL, a trendline liquidity. I think they have a free one, right? So you can just draw it, right? Where's the liquidity? Where are the stops, right? That's the question, right? So you pull up a chart like this, go, okay, where are the stops? Where are the key pivots? Where are the stops going to be? Well, pretty good chance that there were some right here. Well, not pretty good chance. We know there were stops right there because that's under every pivot there are stops, right? Always. Okay, so. Where could we hold? So now you go, oh fuck, I lost the algo, right? I lost Al. So what am I going to do, right? So, well, now you got to start thinking, okay, well, I've got this whole swing up here, right? So again, the essence of trading is as simple as this, right? Which side hold, right? Is it this low or what? Now we could go sideways for a long fucking time, but one of those two is going to break. So does it hold? Does it hold and we go up, or does it break? Right? That's all we're ever doing. Okay, so so I know that. Since I know that, what am I looking for, right? Because this is a clear five, right? Unlike the way down, which is a clusterfuck, we're going to get that. But this is, oh, clear as a bell, right? Oh, fuck, this is, I'd probably do it that way. A, B, C, right? That's so sharp and such a straight line. Okay, well, I've got all this to work for. Oh, look at all the shit I got in here to play with, right? So, all the potential pivots in there. Well, the first thing I would do is just draw a volume profile and say, okay, well, show it to me, right? Because again, market structure, it's not like, oh, there's a box there. Oh shit, magic box, right? That's not what we're doing right now. We've broken through the value area of this swing. So here's I'm gonna borrow your line here. So there's a low volume node right there. Look, as we're coming to it, right? Now remember, it's the ledges, right? So I actually do it this way. I do that, right? So that's the, oh, fuck me. Here. I was trying to do it. All right, so here's the low volume node of his 1 here, right? So we get a little divot down here. High volume node, we got through that. We're in this little divot here. So if we're going to bounce, what do you got below? Nothing, right? Well, shit, let's put on something simple. Let's put on an RSI. Oh, come here. Just, it doesn't have to be. It could be just the default. I like the default, actually. Okay, right. Do we have divergence? All right. Yes, we do. Right at this moment. Now this could keep going, but if this starts to come back around, oh god, that thing's annoying. Right? If we start to come back around this way, right? Divergence. Right? So I got a new price low here, but I don't have a low in the RSI. So potentially a little pivot of momentum. Oh, if this is gonna, oh fuck, that may not play. I may not be able to squeeze that. Yeah, I don't think I can do a triangle in there. All right, now I got to rethink that. Well, let's just go with it here. Well, that actually might fuck us up, right? If this is ABC, here, let's not get bogged down in that. Looks like it's trying to finish in a 5, though, actually. Once we go to the smaller time frame. Well, you could either do ABC here, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Either way, right? At the end of the day, what can we say here? This is a challenging. It's not great, Elliott. It's not great market structure. It's kind of a bitchy move, right? With this, we'll get that. But this is what's clear. This, it's not clear, right? So if it's not clear, then it's easy for me to say, as I will often say, when they set up beautifully, like what Pizza Man just gave us, why would you not take that trade? Well, here, why would you take that trade? Not to be poo-pooing on your setup, or what's that? I'm just, there's not. It's too could be, might be. As soon as I don't see something, why are we fighting here? Why are we fighting the market? Why are we fight? You're not fighting the market. You're fighting the TA. If it's that hard, swipe left. Next chart. Is it swipe left? I've never done that stuff. That was before my time. It was after my time. I don't know if you swipe left or right to say you're interested or not. But this one would be swipe not interested. Again, what's that? Not to say. Let's see. I don't know why the should be Nike. The primary idea here is to long the impulse move up from the 81. From 81, right? So I think what he's saying is here's the impulse. We're working through the correction, but that is a bitch of a correction. You kind of fuck. Yeah, I started thinking maybe I can do it as a diag, but we don't have the overlap here. So you're kind of sure looks like you're finishing with an impulse here. So we're gonna have to do it this way. This kind of fucks us up. That's a hurry up and wait, right? Until I get clarity here, I wouldn't. I don't know what's going on there. Even the market structure. Okay, well let's pull this out of here. Oh, here we can. Do I have it on here? Oh, well, here we can use. This is another vendor here that I use, right? Slight variation in the way they're calculating the pivots, right? They're using fractals, right? So it's just a different approach. So let's pull that off, right? So here's the last break of my. So okay, at this degree, clear what the trend is, right? Break of structure, break of structure, break of structure. Now remember, after every break of structure, the key is the retrace, right? Not the breakout, right? It's setting up the retrace. Break, break, break. So what's the next trade, right? Well, here's the pivot. Come here. Here's the pivot that did its job. right? So there's your swing high, right? The high here that led to this break of structure, right? So what all you're doing now is waiting for that retrace. Now that would be perfect, right? Just sweep the stops on the other side of that trend line. We're gonna get there. Break of structure, retrace. Right now, you may not get it. Right, these have been kind of shallow. That's what I would do. Right, I would, if someone's gun to my head is telling me I have to trade Nike, I'd be, oh shit, I did it. Right, I did it this morning. Right, I sold some out of the money. What did I sell? The 110, 105, 110. Right, so. Excuse me, guys. So the reason I don't put that into the mix, because I don't want what I traded to influence what's that trade. It's just, it's just another trade, right? It's not like, oh God, I'm just going to make a fortune on that short, right? I'm just trading the volatility. That's all. So I don't want to make him second guess his trade, right? Because he likes it, right? So okay, so we have some divergence here. I'll tell you what I wouldn't do. What's that? I wouldn't just buy it because we're here. I'd wait, right? So, here I say this every live stream, right? So why try and pick the turn? You don't need to. Never a reason to pick the turn, right? So it's tempting to think, oh, if I get the pivot, if I get the pivot, right? So my risk can be smaller, because if it breaks, I'll know, okay, there's some validity to that, but this is something you'll learn in the markets, right? And it's there's no absolute everything always in the market, but more often than not, you'll find that buyers at lows create new lows, because as soon as you buy it, where's your stop? Under it. What's the market going to do if it can, right? It's going to go get just like it did here. That's what a break of market structure is doing, right? You're sweeping the lows, which is why. So think about that, right? Just in terms of, since we're going to apply some market structure here, what's happening here, right? Well, lows are being swept. So the breakout trader in this case, right? So where's the trade here? Actually, the better trade is retrace, right? And that's right. But if you were waiting for a 50-year golden zone, you didn't get it there, right? So sometimes you're not going to get them all. That's a very nice trade right there. And you almost don't need, you really don't, you'd be working to try and figure out the Elliott, but you don't need it. Okay, here's the break of structure. It's little, right? I come down here, now I'm retracing. I know the thing about trading is that it may be the easiest thing you could possibly ever do after the fact. Isn't that funny? Oh my fucking God, of course, right? Oh, pivot, right? Oh, well, the RSI pivoted at 50. Oh, of course I'd sell that, right? So you got to be careful about that, right? Look at, oh, okay, but really what you have to develop is, okay, next time I see that, right? Can you react? Now maybe, that's the middle of the night. I don't know, right? When we put that pivot in, 3:30 at the end of August. Okay, would you have known? But God, were the clues there? This is a biggie, right? This is I learned this from Andrew Caldwell, who's the best RSI guy out there, right? It's not these, right? It's the 50 that matters. What happens at the 50? Look at the consolidation at the 50, right? And then we break. Do we get over the 50, right? So that's why I always brighten my 50 so much, right? So it's when we're talking about a retrace, it's the retrace from oversold back to the 50, right? So look how that plays, right? I know, after the fact, right? So it's hard because when it's going up, you're thinking, oh fuck, I can't buy it, it's going up. Which is why trading is so hard to do, right? It's counterintuitive. To emotional intelligence tells you, why it's going up? Why would I be selling it? I mean, it's going up, right? That's when you have to sell it. Well, in the same way that I would tell you right here, oh, you don't have to pick the turn, wait for the retrace. Well, it's going down. Why am I going to buy it? I'll wait till it's going up. That's what retail does. What does that look like? Right? That's when they buy it. Right there at the target. Oh, it's safe now because it's going up. right? But the point is, I mean, here you could make the same case and say, well, hey Sam, aren't you just picking the pivot here? Yes, I am, but I've had this reaction. Now, ideally, if we're going to stick with the market structure, right, you'd want to break that pivot, because at least we'd have it. This wouldn't be a break of structure; it'd be a change of character, because this is the dominant high, right? So we'd get a break of, change of character, retrace. All right, we got a little imbalance or something in there we can play with. Right now, you're looking for that to come out of there as in 3, right? Not as just a 23.6. We're looking for, if this is again the Elliott advantage. If this is the low and I'm going to go 1, 2, I'm looking for 3, not just a little. Right, and here's the other thing, right? Which is, again, this is part of what makes trading so hard. You get up a little bit. Right, this is probably the hardest thing in trading, right? For when you have a winning trade, you get up a little bit. You're so anxious to grab the profit that you take it early, and because oh fuck, man, I had that loser. I need to recoup, right? It's very easy to talk yourself into that, right? You have to let them run, because if you don't have the big winner, you can't offset all the losers, right? Now, big loser, you did that to yourself, right? You may not be able to recover. It may take you a lot of time if you let something get away from you, right? There's just never a reason to do it. But in terms of targets, if I think this is done here and I've got a break of structure and I'm retracing here, and it's not going to be just another retrace that leads to a new low, if it's not just, we're just going to stay lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. If we're not going to stay in that pattern and we're going to disrupt that pattern, well, what disrupts it? Change of character. Something changed. Now, is it a 1, 2, 3? Well, if it is, oh, fuck. Okay, great. Well, oh, shit. Oh, I missed that one. Okay, all right. Well, something will happen here. 4, 5. Right? You get another chance at it. Especially, right, if it's going to be an impulse, right, 4 to 5, right? Because the odds are it's not going to do that. I mean, could it? Yeah, of course, right? Remember, right, it's seeking liquidity. Get off of there. God damn it. That's what I'm trying to do. Right, seeking liquidity. Oh, it could do that, right? Sweep the high and puck, happens all the time, right? But what we're more probable, right, there'll be some more liquidity up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, now I got a 5. Right, there's so down here, right? So here you could have been stopped at 3, 4 times, right? Because the whole thing could have just moved lower, right? This whole thing could just come down here. Right, we get one more pump down, right, and you're like, oh fuck, all right, well I'll wait, right? It's all because you're trying to pick that turn. Here, when I'm doing it here, my stop is at the low, because if it takes the low, think of it this way in terms of applying Elliott Wave. If we think it's a 1, 2, the one thing it cannot, under any circumstances, do is sweep the low, right? It cannot be 1, 2, sweep the low. Can't be. Right? Now, some people say, oh, fuck, what a pain in the ass, right? Because you see that happen. Oh, swept the lows, and then it took off. Well, if you're applying Elliott Wave, okay, well, then this has to be the 5, right? So your count here it changes, because it cannot be 1, 2, right? And having that rigid framework is a huge advantage, because otherwise, anything's possible. Fuck, anything. Anything goes, anything, anywhere, flip a coin. Right, you want to have an advantage, it has to be like, it cannot, right? I get a huge advantage here if I think that's a 1, 2, because it cannot sweep that low. Or I'm wrong, right? And then the distance to the low is what matters, right? That's why that's an attractive trade there, because it's such a tight fucking stop. Oh, stopped out? Oh, all right, fuck, well, that's not going to hurt me. Do I like it? Of course not. The whole thing just moves down to the next, maybe it's down here. And then the whole thing starts again, right here. But if you maintain that discipline, right, knowing I can't sweep that low, my Elliott count cannot have a 1, 2, right? That's the one rule that I'll fuss with a 4, I'll fuss with a B, flat, right? If it doesn't go 90, I'm not going to call it a flat. This is rock solid, right? That's the one thing, right? So remember, a trading is all we ever do, right? Is all we ever under any circumstances do is this, right? Which side breaks? If I think it's 1, 2, I have a hard rule in place, right? That there's no possible way that can be a 2. That's a huge advantage, because otherwise, what are we doing? Oh, I'm just in a range. Which side? Well, if I'm bullish, I know it cannot go one tick, not one penny past that. Count changes. All right, big advantage. Okay, that's a brutal count, right? So I'm going to come back on that one, right? I'll post it under. Oh, fuck. I think I got it. Okay, so here, this is Vigilante Trader, who's posted some good stuff lately. All right, I like his work. Let's see what he's up to here. Vigilante, what are you thinking here? This is, this is the minis. Oh, pardon me, this is Apple. Oh, I've got this trade on. So let's copy this over. Oh, I have an Iron Condor on here, right? Because I do a lot of option trading. What's the market doing? Looks like we popped off that. Got through the IB high. Oh, wait a second. What happened there? Vigilante, you gave me. Are you giving me? Looks like you want to give me. You're trying to give me the ES. Why did I get that? So hang on. MA. I got the wrong. Let me try again. Leave site. Leave. Yes. Uh-oh. Warning. White screen. Okay. Vigilante, did you just recently switch to a... Well, I guess we'll call it a light gray. Warning. Oh, fuck. Bear with... Hey, you know what? Vigilante, I might switch this up because that's hard for me to make sense of it. Okay. Okay. I know, right? So you get used to something, right? I get it. So you're giving me a 15-minute... A few more bearish ideas for ES in folders, so easy to swipe on and off. Okay, in folder. Okay, so let's go here and see what we got. Are you with me, Vigilante? I don't know if you're on there or not, right? So let's see, in folder. I'm assuming you mean over here. In folder. Not sure what you mean by folder. It'll have to be here, right? So that's there's your initial balance sessions, right? So right, little ICT work right there, right? Sessions very important. Okay, so let's shit. I'm not sure what you mean by folders. That's my bad. I should check with it. All right. So what are we doing here on the ES? Right. So on the 15-minute. Well, damn near, right? This is. So he's a few more bearish ideas. God damn it. Why am I not seeing those? Why am I not seeing your folders? I'm looking for it, Vigilante. I don't know what you mean here. I don't know. Is there something I'm not seeing here? Is something there? I don't think so. Well, that's all my stuff. Oh, well, you have to shoot me a DM because I'm not sure what you mean by that. I'm sorry I can't get your other stuff here, but let's go ahead and see what we got here. So let's you giving it to me log screen? I don't think so, right? Okay, so we can be Jesus, what are we doing here? Okay, so we just switched to DECE. Let's just go ES1 so we can get right. That'll have DECE as the lead contract, right? So we don't get all that scatter from when it had the least amount of volume. Well, this was right. So this is. So we got pivots here, right? So pivots are very useful, right? So note here there's the pivot point as we come out of that. R1, R2. I'm going to pull that off just for a sec here and see if we can make sense of this. Okay, so we can see here, right? So there's been so much data. That looks like we probably hit here. Who's got the advantage? Right, bulls. Clearly have the advantage, right? Because we have that break. So now, so here's a reflection of that advantage. So they get the advantage here with the break. That's the all-time high. Wait, oh, pardon me. Is that? Fuck. I think there's one more. Yeah, no, there's one more, right? So here's the all-time high up here. So let me go back to where we were at the 30, right? So swing, break, right? Advantage bulls. Right, so this is a really nice practical application here. So I've got the swing high to swing, well, this dominant, right, in this range, right? Here's the PDA, right? You want to think of it that way. Here's the, on a 30-minute, here's the primary discount array, right? Above the 50, right? You want to be selling. Now, that's a big range to be using to say, oh, well, anything up here, I want to be selling. Now, we got to refine that a little bit, right? But my point being, advantage bulls, next golden zone, right? Who wouldn't you? So what that means is that since we have this one broken, is that you want to start looking for any of the retraces here. So it doesn't look like this one is far enough yet. Not too bad. Let's get that one off here so as not to confuse. Big gap here. That's the contract rollover. Excuse me. So it looks like a big fair value gap, but it's the gap from the rolling from SEP to DC, right? So we have this gap. Market doesn't like to leave gaps like that, so likely, even though that's a contract, you can see it right here, contract rollover. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how it deals with that if we just go off here. Looks like you might have, right? So now you just start working on your tools, right? What do I have here to work with? Okay, let's go to original recipe. Okay, right, so, all right, okay, not bad, right, a little bit lower, right? So when you see that, I always just do this here. I just put a sliding parallel on it, so I'll just draw it right so it's on the edge. Okay, I got a little throw over here, right, just fine. That little push there. So, okay, what are we doing with this, right? The fact that we don't get a new low here. Sure looks like an ABC, doesn't it, right? Until you see this, right? So now you're thinking, oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. I mean, just looking at the Elliott, there's, I mean, it's hard to argue with that, right? Right, as it sits there like that. Oh, fuck. Oh, that's fine. Leave it there. Whoa. What are we doing there? Right now, the market got, CPI was hot today, right? Yet the market is shaking it off, right? Because the market always wants to go higher, right? It needs major reasons not to be going higher, right? Everybody makes more money when it goes higher, better for business, better for the economy. Market always wants to go higher, and that always will be the case. So, what can we do here? What would you be thinking here? That looks like a 5 down, doesn't it? Well, until we take out this high up here, that's a potential 2. Potential. Right, ABC 1, 2, right? 1, 2, 3, oh fuck. Well, let's count that. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I can see a 5 here. Well, so you can work backwards, right? As I always do, right? So here's the 5, right? 4, 3. Right, I need an impulse. Right, I got an impulse there. Oh boy, that's a. Well, let's just back up for a second. Right, it looks like we might have to do it that way, right? Because I've got this clear impulse here. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, I got that there. All right, that's probably not a lot of dispute, right? That I have a 5 there. All right, but what do we do over here? Right, we got to factor it in. I can't just leave a loose 5 in there. It's got to be part of something. It's either beginning or ending something. Well, it looks like I can get 5 up, 5 down. Yeah, this fucks us a little bit in that we don't get a clean look at that. There's a 5 up. And it's just, so all I'm doing is just what I would anticipate you guys are. Oh fuck me! What are we doing there? 4, 5, something along those lines. It's the same process, right? It's process, right? That's ultimately, yeah. There's some trade setups here, but it's process. What we're trying to teach. Okay, so here's a 5, right? I can see there's a little 5 in there, right? So what am I doing, right? So I gotta just imply that, right? I could probably go back to September and look at it, but that's the contract rollover. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it kind of looks like an ABC, doesn't it? which would be legit as long as I stay up. Well, actually, we could have a B that expands that. So possibly ABC, ABC. These are kind of silly. Those are so big. Now, okay, so a couple of things to note here. Oh, come here. What do we have here? All right, that's a golden corner, right? So this has combination of the algo driving it, and we know the algos and the major funds, right? They all use median lines, right? So, well, I don't know about all of them, but many of them do, right? So a failure to make the median line here, right, would be very telling, right? What equals, right, equal to or greater than the move that failed to get there. If that's a 3, and right now it kind of looks like it is, right, boy, we're equal to. Well, it looks kind of like a 3. Well, that's like a cluster. Well, it's so hard to fucking call anything when we have these reports that, right, that you know, you have the volatility come in, right? It's almost better to stay out at a higher time frame because of the skew that comes from that. Okay, I don't get a new high here. Excuse me. I have to do this. Yeah, it's kind of in between here. All right, so let's look here. Yeah, it's kind of a cluster here. The only thing that I've been doing in the S&P is just doing some very wide spreads because of the kind of buildup in volatility going into the CPI. So we kind of want to get into next week, right? So you have the contract rollover this week, and then on Friday we have this huge options expiration. So that's going to free up a lot of the hedging, a lot of the dealers that have to hedge going into that big option expiration. Once the options expire, that frees up, all the hedging gets freed up. So next week we're going to get some tells here as to which way we're going to go. It's not enough. It's not. I mean, I'm down. That's a 30. You can go to a 15. It's not quite. I wouldn't trade it on any kind of a swing trade. That's just me. I'm aggressive, but if I don't see something, it's like, oh fuck, okay, I see it. Boom. I don't know what we have here. Well, here's what I know we do have. Oh, Jesus Christ. Bane of my existence, fucking trading views. Toolbar. Oh, it's too. I can just do it here. And getting in and out of that, I just don't see a trade there. Right? It just kind of comes down to that. Could you take a swing at something? Sure, right? Fuck. But the bigger picture, this is not an impulse, right? So what are we saying? That this was corrective, and now we're going to start an impulse here? How would you even do that? You'd have to truncate something here and call this the fuck. I don't see a trade, right? So I think we just go sideways here for a little while. Don't we have anything big on the horizon? Well, we got the Fed coming. I don't see a trade, right? The only thing that I would do is sell some condors or butterflies, right? Based on that volatility, I'd let the 15th pass and then see how we come into next week, because again, all those hedges will be freed up and they don't have to do so much hedging. So the market might be free to rip a little bit higher. Is it good enough here to take along? I wouldn't do it into the options action over the weekend, right? So I would wait until next week, and hopefully, if it's going to turn into something bullish, right, that's what I'd be looking for. What the count will be, well, that'll be interesting. We'll look at that next Wednesday. See, by next Wednesday, we're through all of this, and we might have a better look at where the market's going. All right, vigilante trader. I'm sorry, man, but if I see a trade, but believe me, I'll be quick to call it out. If I don't, I just don't think there's anything there. Okay, I've got Oh, but this is Pro 407. Oh, he's giving me 2. Let's see. So I got, what are we looking at here? Let's chart link. Let me see this. Okay, so market rallying. It's just kind of holding around the IB, which is very common. All right, we'll get there. What are we doing? Market's up 12. NQ's up 100. I do have one trade that's a little underwater. I've got a Netflix. Netflix got absolutely slammed today. I'm gonna have to roll some options down. I'm not sure why, but they did. Oh, we got some FX. Cool. God, I'm so surprised I don't get more FX from you guys. So this is your picture. This is so this is the Swiss yen, right? So this is, I don't know, Pro 407 if you're from the States or not, but this is a, you know, an exotic cross spread, right? It's not definitely not one of the mainstream spreads, right? Of all the market. Well, fuck, doesn't matter. I mean, oh, let's see how we do here. It's one after the next, after the next. Golden, golden. It's probably golden here as well, right? One of these, right, would be gold. It's just nonstop, 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 right? One of these is going to catch it. Maybe it's this one. You see that? That's tick to tick, right? Here's 50, right? Oh God, in FX, it's obscene how bad it is to what they do to retail trade. Oh, whoops. Something weird just happened there, right? This double tops, right? Double bottoms. That's why you see, right, in FX 101, if you're on baby pips or any of these, right? It's the M's and the W's, right? Up, sweep them, down we go, right? See it all the time, right? So there's a. Well, so this, right, so what's happening here? Well, it can't be 1-2, right, if they're sweeping that with an M. Right, cannot be a 1-2. Right, if they can't get it, is it still an M? Yeah, right, now you might have a 1-2 or an AB. All right, so made that point, right. I'd like to think, right, I don't, but I know we have lots of new viewers here, and lots of people watch this that aren't part of our group here. So, okay, A, right, so nice Elliott work here, right, good. What... Well, oh fuck, does it matter? Right here, it's the correction, right? So might have to do that as a 3, so you just do a WXY, right? So here's the consolidation before we launch, right? So that's what several of the charts we've looked at today. It's like, oh, okay, fuck, come out of there, right? But look, see, this is so classic, right? Oh fuck, I missed the whole thing. God damn it! Did you miss the whole thing? Right, or would you have chased it because you were impatient? Oh fuck, I missed it, right? And it comes all the way back down to where it launched from, which is very, very, very. Oh, I missed it. God damn. All right, here. Oh, here's a good example right here, right? Oh, wait a sec. Let's go to an 8. Jeez, what did you give me? Did you give me a daily? Oh shit! Here I'm getting. Why can't I pull that over? Oh, I guess I don't give me any. Oh, I can't do it anymore. Jesus, what did you give me? What you gave me a? Oh shit! No wonder you gave me a monthly. I didn't even notice that. Is that what you gave me? Yeah, you gave me a monthly. Ah, come on. I did not even notice that I was looking at a monthly, right? So whether we're looking at a 1 minute or a monthly, right? Same. Exactly the same algo, right? Nothing changes. Okay, so here, fuck, you're giving me a monthly. Okay, so yeah, it is a monthly you gave me. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay, that's a well. Interesting, right? So when did we put this in? How many years before they broke that? 1980. Is that possible? Am I right there? 43. Is that right? 43 years. I think that's 43 years before we broke that high. And it's technical. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, are we shorting that? Well, I'd want to come down to a daily before I even think about that. Well, that looks good. Okay, shit, I can't. Oh, jeez, I can't get it. I can't squish it up anymore. Looked at this, all right? So we're 2, all right? A little front run there. I don't know, man. Let's see. So what would the thought process be here, right? So the premise being, oh, let's see here. It doesn't matter, right? Premise being that we finished. This is actually a decent example of channeling here, right? So, right, you'd start with this, right? You'd start with that, right? But you end up with, oh fuck, I'm not gonna be able to do that. This. Right, so we have a self-contained, right? That's you start with the 1, 2, and then you go to the 1, 3, right? And then if you're gonna have a perfect TA, right? If we're gonna have a perfect Elliott channel, you hit the top right there. Would I sell it? Well, I would come down. We got to come down to something we can work with. Why is your? Yours is I'm struggling with this. I don't have the normal range over here. Sure why. Okay, so let's come into this. Is there enough here to call this the high? I'm assuming that goes there. Well, so we kind of have a channel actually already developing, right? If this is, it's either a channel or some sort of triangle. I don't think so. All right, so let's see how technical we look on the way down, right? For some reason, your price, what is that? I don't know why I don't have prices over here. Weird. Well, that looks like a series there. All right, so that looks like it's too far. So let's come back here. So I would check both, right? So this, that's a little sloppy at the top. Decent. Okay, so I mean, this is okay. Market structure 101, right? So we get essentially you get all of this topping action here. Lower low, lower high, and then we started on a smaller degree, right? Lower low, lower high, lower low, right? So sorry, so you get a 5 here, but it's an expanding, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. So I get a diag here that's leading. So excuse me, I'm so sorry. God, I hate these allergies. Okay, so if this is our high, actually I think it might. Well, let's just zoom in there. I think it actually might be the second one. Oh, that's a true double. Jesus. Actually, this looks like it's a tick higher. So I think we want to work from this one. Let's work from that one. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so that looks like I've got a candidate here for either a 1 or an A. Well, it's so, Jesus, I mean, it took 43 years to get there. I'm going to go with a 1. All right, so those have to be down here. So, oh shit, here. I feel like I'm losing you guys. Okay, all right, so this one takes a little time, right, because I'm working it from a monthly. Okay, 1, 2, I got a 1, right? I got a leading diag, right? So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see it, right? So lower, low, lower, high, like it's perfect, right? Every low is lower. Right, every high is lower high, right? It's just a perfect leading diag right there. Okay, so now in the on the retrace, I get a little further than I would have liked. Right, I get a little wiki on the golden zone there. Yeah, those are closes, right? So that would get my attention, right? Make me less comfortable with that. But the premise being that this is all got to come way down. Because if that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If it's 1, 2, right, and we're going to do this is going to be, I mean, I suppose it could be ABC, but you're correcting the entire thing, right? That entire multi-year move, right? So I'd consider this the 1 of the A, right? How about that, right? 1, 2, and then this would have to be the internal, the lower degree. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's put these down here. Huge. Now, okay, it could be A, B, C, right? Could be, right? And then you're thinking, oh, well, shit, what am I correcting, right? But boy, wait. Trip 1, 2, 3, 4 times that they couldn't get through that. Right now we're on a 4-hour here. 1, 2, 1, 2 is how I'd be trading that. So I think it's just game on for shorts. Now I say that, right, and we go, okay, well let's. Oh, I got Wonka's stuff here now. Oh man. Well, fuck. Do I have a default there? I don't think I do. All right, it doesn't matter. Okay. So here, all right, you're in. You got to give that a little cushion, right? Because of all the markets, right? Nothing. You got to give a little more cushion in FX, right? Because they can widen the spreads in the overnight here and then grab you. So you cannot be tight to your entry in FX. Can't do it. You got to give it room, so you got to reduce the size. Or you'll come in and you go, this has happened to me. You'll come in and you go, what the fuck do you mean I got stopped out? Didn't go near my stop. Because especially with something like this, they can widen the spread, right? Because they see your stop. So it's a little bit of a fuck you from the market, right? But it just means you got to give it plenty of room, right? So that even that, right, is possible, right? You got to give it plenty of room, so you got to reduce the size. So once it starts to go, then you can start to add the size. But when you're first going into FX and you're near a pivot, you got to give it plenty of room. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? All this coming down here suggesting that this has all got a long way to fall. Now you come back to the daily and you go, okay, well, wow, where could that go? This is the weirdest chart I've ever seen. That sure looks like we're done, right? It was a monster move. Swiss to the yen. Well, even if we got a 50% retracement, right? Which is why I come back to, that looks to me like the 1 of the A, right? So you'd be thinking, oh, okay, if we're going to correct this, something like that. That's what I'd be thinking. Right? And that's just assuming we're just going to correct the last leg, right? The last impulse. I wouldn't assume beyond that until I get something like this. And I'm going, oh, it's 1, 2, 3. All right, thanks for the FX. I'm always glad to see an FX in there. I'm always so surprised, right? Because other than crypto, right? I mean, you can trade it with a account size of all varieties. Easy, liquid. You don't have multiple exchanges. I know we all love crypto, right? I know. I love crypto too. But when it's not happening, what? FX. So what are your options, right? You're going to go to FX. You're going to go to futures, right? Well, futures, we're getting more margin, more volatility. It's harder to trade. FX, it's not like it's easier to trade, but it's certainly tradable. Okay. Did I get everybody? How are we doing on time? Not bad. Okay, so let me do RR. What's that? That's okay, so RR. What's that? Is giving me another. Let's do another look at it. Okay, what are you thinking, RR? What's that? That is the goofiest. I like it. It's just a silly handle. Okay, I'm not making fun of it. I'm just making me laugh. It's 3 R's and a what's that with a question mark. Okay, so here. Okay, so now. Okay, oh, you did it for me. Oh, thank you, thank you, R. What's that? I was going. Oh fuck, I'm gonna have to figure that one out. Okay, so this looks good. 1, 2. Yep, that flies, right? Extension the 5th. Oh, thank you. Right, you just saved much time. Say, this is see, that's great. That's a nice example of why we do these live streams, right? So he's a member, right? He's getting quite good, and saw the struggle there and said, "Oh fuck, I can figure that out," right? And he figures it out for us, right? I'd probably gotten here eventually, but that was a real struggle, right? And so all the ones are clear, right? So that's good work, very good work, right? So all these clears, so the 1, 3, 4, all very good. Okay, so we got an A, we got a B, now we're doing an A, B, C of the B. All right, so that flies. Okay, so we get a A, B, C into a W, A, B, C into an X, A, B, C into a Y. Well, that'll fly, right? Now let's dig in there, right? Can we get away with that X? Shit, what else is there, right? Not much else there. I was thinking triangle, but I don't think we got it. Here's what we have here. Sideways, right? You just call it a sideways. Is there a count in there? Well, fuck, not really. I'm on a 4 hour. Could I squish some sort of in there? Probably. ABC into the low. Is that our low? Well, it's a candidate for the low. I've seen a lot of people using this. They call this the BS. Or fuck, I don't know what they call it. Let's put our smart money on there. Right, that's what we looked at before. So here's the break. All right, so that would be okay. So if we're going to come out of here, RR, I'm just going to call you RR. Well, first thing we got to do is we got to break structure, right? Or we got to at least break the pattern of lower lows, lower highs, which we were just talking about. So where's the trade? Are you trying to? He may be trying to pick the turn here. Oh fuck. Hang on. All right, just brighten it up a little bit. Okay. Are we done there? Well, let's just take a look. Could we be done there? So here's this vendor, right? They give you the PDA is built into it, right? So here's the PDA right here, right? If I get that high and low, right? So here's the premium, here's the discount, right? So if anything, we're in the discount. But I just propose, a lot of years of doing this. Okay, you probably have it right there. You probably have enough right there to do it. Oh fuck me. There's probably a little, yeah, there, we do have enough, right? So, okay, nice reaction off the low. So I'm much more comfortable now taking that, much more, right? Because the market's talking to me. Golden zone. Okay, so if I was going to put together a trade here, I can put together a very reasonable trade. Okay, so we can use, I might give it a little cushion there. You might use 707 there. I said just a hair, or even 786, right? Just to give it a little wiggle room, right? Because we're coming off of a long series of lower low, lower high, lower high. So you're kind of assuming the break of structure, right? It's going to have to come up and break that high. Oh, pardon me. Right, this would be a change of character. This will be the break of structure up here. So this is going to have to really launch. So what's the catalyst for Nike to launch? Not sure. I don't have an answer. I don't know if there is one. But if now I'm looking at that trade, well, even on a 30-minute, right? You want to see that hold, right? So you want to see that start to show some signs of like, okay, the algo's firing. Now we do have. It looks like we have a little tiny. It's tiny, and it looks like it already got cleared, but there's a little fair value gap in here. Oh fuck me. Little, right? They don't have to be big, right? There's a little one in there that got cleared. So you'd like to see this maybe come up now, and then again, okay, if it's 1-2, all right, I got to get something out of here, right? So very low risk trade here, right? That's how I would do it, right? I mean, you could buy it right there. Here, what it was just ranting on about, right? I know for sure it cannot take that low, right? What is the algorithm going to want to do? Right, where is the liquidity? Here and here, right? It already swept that. It looks like it already swept that, right? That's obvious. It's literally, it's like you're waving a red flag to a bull, right? Both of those, right? It wants to go get both of them. Okay, so you say, well, why would you buy that? Well, why would you buy that? It's creeping down. Looks like we're going to close here. So you got to be careful here, because then you start thinking, oh, okay, 707, right? So this is the setup, right? This is again probably the most common error. Excuse me, damn it. We do this. We go, oh, okay, broke the golden zone 7. It's well, okay, it could still be a 2 at the 786. Oh fuck. Well. Okay, it could still go 887, right? As long as we don't break that. And then you're thinking, oh, okay, I know what's going to happen. They're going to sweep the lows, right? And then they're going to go. Right? Do you see what you're doing to yourself there? Each time you're rationalizing. Why? Why are you rationalizing? I'm so sorry. Because you don't want to be wrong. Right? We don't want to be wrong. So we rationalize into trouble. Instead of just going, oh, fuck, right? So the most I'm going to give that. I said, this is the deal you have to make with yourself. fuck, put a stop in the market and don't touch it. It takes you out of it, other than the temptation to move the stop, which is very real, right? I've done it so many times that I can't do it anymore, right? I've lost so much money doing it, I just don't do it, right? Years of moving the stop, thinking, oh, I'm right, right? I know I'm right. So I just need to give it a little more room. Well, this is, again, back to the Elliott advantage, right? If that's a 1, if you're thinking 1, 2, well, right, can't overlap that, right? So again, that's the advantage of the Elliott. Now, if you're not applying Elliott, who cares if it sweeps the low? If anything, you're anticipating the sweep of the low. So that means that you've got to do this. Do you see the contradiction there? Let's think about that for a second. All right, let's just take this out. Okay, you're not applying Elliott wave, right? All you see is lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, right? So swing structure is bearish. But wait a minute, I'm in the discount region of the PDA. I'm in the discount region, so I want to be looking for a buy. Well, if it sweeps the lows, right? What happens there, right? It sweeps the lows. We're anticipating, right? There's no reason to anticipate that that's going to change, because if we sweep the lows, that would be the next break of structure. So you're thinking retrace into the next break of structure, retrace into the next break of structure, right? That's how we define a trend. So if you're here in market structure and you're thinking, oh, come on, sweep the lows so I can buy it. No. That is ass backwards. That is not what you're trying to do if you're applying market structure. You're saying sweep the lows so I can sell the retrace. Just like this one here, you're thinking, oh, come on, sweep it so I can sell the retrace. Exact same thing right here. Right? Sweep the lows, come on, sweep it. So what's the breakout trader doing? Breakout trader's going, oh, yeah. Oh, what did they get here? 20 cents? Now, where's their stop? Right, it's exactly what happened there. Sweep the lows. Oh, we're good. Retrace. Where's the trade? The trade is the short here. If you're applying market structure, yeah, I don't care if it's in the PDA, right? That's what. Here, we can do it this way. Right, respect the channel. Right, if you're in a channel like this, if you want to apply price action, right? The anticipation is if I break the trend line here, all I did was just grab liquidity so I can keep going. For this to completely turn around, we got to break one of these significant pivots. This would be the change of character, right? Since it gave me the break of structure. This one is not. This is nothing. This is just a floating pivot because it hasn't done anything yet. Hasn't broken the low. It's got a job to do, which is to break that low. Right, until that pattern changes. And this is where people get so fucked up, right, trying to combine the two. Like, oh, wait a minute, I see I'm in the PDA. Oh, I'm in the discount. I should be a buyer here. Not yet, right? You got to have, if it sweeps those lows, then, something just happened. Oh, I got an alert going off. Here, hang on. Ah, fuck. Something's going. I should probably get out of here. Something's firing. It could be an alert. Oh, that's an alert, right? So something just went off. What just went off? Netflix. Ooh. Stop triggered. Okay. So that's called getting stopped out. All right. Okay. So I lost my train of thought here. Break of structure is not, oh, now I can buy it. Break of structure here is, oh, let it retrace so I can sell it. Right. And on the anticipation that continues until I get this. And then I can come back down here, right, and grab some of this liquidity here, but never from below that low, right? So that's what you're looking for. All right, I should probably get out of here. Shit, 1:30. I got alerts coming off. I just got stopped on Netflix. Oh shit! I stopped. Right. So see, the thing is, I didn't think I was going to get stopped out of it. So I didn't expect Netflix. What did we do today? Netflix got just absolutely shit hammered for some reason. Yeah, it's down 19 and a quarter. I mean, that's a big move, right? That's a big. Now it is a $400 stock, right? But that's a big stop, right? So you have to look at that and go, oh well, okay, right? Stop did its job. So at least I can say, well, here I can do this live stream, and I don't have to worry because my stop is in. I don't have to worry about it. Next trade. Okay, guys, I should probably wrap there. Good. Thanks for that post, or thanks for figuring that out for me. That was going to be a struggle. All right, I think we got everybody covered here. There's the market selling off a little bit. So I would take it easy till next week on any, especially in trads, right, with all that option X. coming, and crypto, you know, patience, right, is all I can say is patience, right? I know it's frustrating, right? I'm as frustrated as anyone, but it's not ripe yet. Okay, guys, thanks for hanging out with me. I appreciate all you guys. Whoa, shit, I didn't even see some of your comments. Okay. All right, guys, appreciate it. I hope you guys get up a nugget or two, or makes you think about something twice, or somehow that there's some value in spending the time here with me. I hope so. That's my goal. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the members that posted here. And right, you can always, you know, if you want to post, right, you can join us for free, right, and still post away, right, and you want to get some, then you can kind of get into the community and what's it like in there. Are these people assholes, right? None of that, right? We have a zero tolerance for assholes, by the way, right? We'll boot you fast. Okay, guys, I'll let you